Like
You're gonna have a checkered medical history if you eat that too much. You know what I mean? Catch my drift.
Yo. Won't catch me slipping if I'm actually thinking you're acting different. Manic spitting sounds of manic depressing.
You're right. If you've gone to 7-Eleven for anything other than food that has been sitting there.
Yeah.
In fact, I think that adds to the flavor of the food. It adds characteristics to it. You know what I mean? Like that taquito doesn't hit as hard unless it's been sitting for a couple hours. You know
yeah, it's like a fine wine.
Yeah.
They get better with age.
Yeah. It's like George Clooney. Their food is like George Clooney.
You know what though? Like that's the thing. Like at your, like there's some people that refuse to, you know, like that. They're like, oh, I'll never eat there. I know that's disgusting. Don't judge too harshly because those taquitos, they're hot dogs. Like some things are.
You got to listen to your local fat friends. You feel me? They're gonna tell you what it is. All right. Yeah. You can hate all you want, but if you want some good wings that are gonna surprise you, hit up 7-Eleven real quick. If they got some joints in there, buy them. You're gonna be surprised pleasantly at how good their wings are.
And you know it's crazy. I went to you know Rampage Jackson, the UFC fighter. He was saying how the 7-Elevens in Japan, they sell fried chicken, right? He said it is the best fried chicken that he's ever had. He said it's better than my mama, my grandma, and he said that that when he goes to them, he buys it all. Like he's like, whatever's in that case,
all
give
of
it to me.
Correct. Yeah.
And he's like, you know, like they're like, what the heck? And he's like, it's just way better than any fried chicken I've ever had in my life. So
I do that with the wings at 7-Eleven. If I walk into a 7-Eleven, it's not often that I walk into a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
But if I walk into a 7-Eleven, if there are wings sitting in the case, I buy all of the wings that are in the case.
Yeah.
Give me all of the orders of these because the wings are fucking banging.
And every once in a while, 7-Eleven pivots. They'll hit you with something that you're looking at it, and you're like, I probably shouldn't get it, but let me try.
I gotta know what this is. I gotta know what this is.
Like a pincho with like this chicken habanero like sauce, and I was looking at it, and I was like, man, and I was like, yo, throw that in there real quick, and then it was good. It was good. I'm not saying like fine dining, but you know, it scratched that itch.
Where the fuck they get that? They didn't. That's not even that. That was a pincho that somebody ordered for lunch, and they were hungry. They said put it in the case.
It was a loosely based out of pincho. It was a stick. They didn't even put it on a stick, right? It was the bites, but like dipped in like a mango habanero type sweet sauce.
Got you.
It's not like they have peppers, but you know they sell Jamaican patties.
Oh yeah, and them shits be.
And them things, yeah. The only problem is those are like this is when you know you're fat. Like it's not just to know when that something is good. It's also when you know like the nuances of that thing, right? So you're like, that patty's good, but that's something that if it's under the lamp too long, it gets extra crunchy and it just like gets hard. So like those are those things where you
there's a sweet spot. There's a sweet spot for it.
Yeah, like if you look and you see some of that burnt like coming out then maybe it's not going to be that good.
If the darkness is just at the edge of it, you're still in the good. You're in the good graces. But if the darkness has creeped a little bit, you're gonna chip a tooth. You know what I mean?
And you're gonna get mad. Mad. And the thing is, here's the thing: 7-Eleven doesn't like. It's not like they have a bunch. So it's like whatever you're subject to, whatever they got in the case.
Correct.
So you
don't have more in the back.
That's the only patty that they got.
Yeah.
Just throw it in there, and it's like roulette. You know, like roulette. You like, you know, I'll take it. You know, it's not that expensive.
Listen,
shout out to 7-Eleven.
Shout out to 7-Eleven. I have earned. You know, because one thing about like you said about knowing the nuance. You know what I mean? I have accrued so much experience over my life of eating, right? Yeah. That you can ask Paul. Paul knows me for when we go into like a shop, right, or something. And listen, I've lost weight, so I feel better telling this story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I was still this, if I had not lost weight,
it's embarrassing if you're still in the
still in that place. we would walk into like ShopRite, right? And you would see a random cake that's not like Entenmann's or, you know, some off-brand cake. And I could look at it and be like, Paul, this cake right here is going to be good. I promise you. Yeah. I would buy this cake and you're going to be impressed with it. I can look at it and see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he would buy it. And now that's just a staple of his life. Now he buys that cake all the time.
Yeah. Cause you know what it is? We've eaten so much food in our life that now we can tell whether something's going to be good off of the look.
Correct.
Right. You know what I mean? We're not like, it doesn't have to be packaging, you know.
Nope.
I could tell you, you know, some people can't. There's certain things like certain burgers. Like if I saw the burger, I could tell you which burger, where it's from.
For sure. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So some people couldn't tell you that. And not that I'm proud of that, but I'm just saying that's experience. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Listen, I talk about the quality of the meat patties between all the fast food places all the time. This is supposed to be a conversation I have. Well, it probably will be, but it's just, we can tell. I can tell you. Yeah. You know what I mean? I can tell. I've eaten so much food in my goddamn life. I just know what's good and what's not good.
Okay. Right. So you're doing good. You're losing all this weight. So I of course you're not eating as much fast food as you have, but what's that? In your opinion, what's the best burger out of all the fast food places? All right, and what I mean by that, I'm talking about, I'll throw in Checkers, even though I feel like Checkers is not part of the big, you know.
Yeah, the big four.
Yeah. So Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, Checkers, and I'm not missing anybody else.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
those are Wendy's. The power three.
Yeah, I think Wendy's has the best burger.
Wendy's?
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you why. So
and you're talking about like their number one burger, like the Dave's, whatever.
Yeah, that triple. Yeah. Listen, that triple's gonna give you triple bypass by the time it's over. You know what I mean? The problem with McDonald's, when they do, when they were doing those steak burgers for a while.
The Angus.
Yeah, the Angus. That ceiling is as high as it gets for a burger, for a fast food burger, in my opinion. Right. So if you're gonna include the Angus in the conversation, then okay, then the Angus probably gets the nod here.
Okay. No, but I don't even think they don't sell those Angus.
They don't. They don't.
So
and the problem is their basic burger. It's all bad, but it's not bad. Right. But when I eat a McDonald's burger, I think I'm eating something that is carbon dated. You know what I mean? Which doesn't even make sense. I'm sure what I just said doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But you understand what I'm saying here. Yeah. This was manufactured in a lab.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it tastes that way. It doesn't taste bad, but it doesn't taste right. And then Burger King burgers, sometimes that charbroil, because it's not really charbroiled, maybe, I don't know, it gets a flavor that is not right to me. You know what I mean? It's just not consistent. Like, it's something about that charbroil isn't right, and the meat is a little bit dry. It's just not that good, honestly. Their meat is not good. I don't ever go there for a burger. Put it that way. I never go to Burger King for a burger.
What?
Wendy's burgers, to me, are the juiciest, the best flavor, and the most consistent. And that's it. Checkers is up there. Listen, Checkers is up there. But
I have to disagree, man.
Checkers is up there, but Checkers is gonna send you to the bathroom. You're gonna have fucking dysentery. A little bit too much Checkers. You know what I mean?
No. Like Checkers,
you're gonna have a checkered medical history if you eat that too much. You know what I mean? Guess my drift.
We need a counter of the dad jokes. But no, hold up. So you're gonna tell me that
oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't even know that. Oh my god. All right. Woo. So you're gonna tell me a Whopper with cheese? Yo, I just had a Whopper with cheese, right? So now I can't eat anything else for the day.
Done.
That right there was slamming.
Listen.
And I got away from the Whopper with cheese. And I came back, and I'm like, that's the best one.
Here's the thing. The Whopper, all of these burgers require cheese, so let me not even make that argument.
Yeah, true.
The Whopper also requires all of the other accoutrements. It requires the onion, it requires the tomato, it requires the lettuce, it requires the ketchup and the mayo. I think they put mayo in it.
Yeah, mayo, yep.
It requires all of those things.
Right.
Without those things, though, that sandwich is trash. I promise you, that burger patty isn't good. If you go to Wendy's, you can get a cheeseburger without any of the extras, and it's going to be better. The meat itself is better. It's just a better tasting product.
So when you go, okay, let's say when you go to these fast food places, because I feel like for a while, and this is how I got big, like bigger. Mm-hmm. What I would do is when I would go to these places, I wasn't getting meals. I was getting 2 cheeseburgers. Yeah. Right? That's it. Like 2 cheeseburgers. So I'm well versed in just the simple cheeseburger of all these places. But you got to realize that's like 700 about a little bit less than maybe 700 calories. Correct. Right? At each of the spots.
Correct.
So that's 700 calories that I just ate just for my drive.
Yeah.
Home or to whatever, on top of my dinner, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's how, ladies
you
and
just
gentlemen,
fit in. You shoehorn 700 calories into your
Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're doing that, please stop, because you will.
You may be addicted. You may have a food addiction.
Yes. So, I'm well versed in the cheeseburger game, right? The simple cheeseburger game, and Wendy's, their regular cheeseburger is not that good.
Well, I mean, but when you say the regular cheeseburger,
I'm not talking about that Dave's quarter pounder.
Yeah, okay. So which regular burger are we talking about?
If you ask for a cheeseburger, they're gonna give you the $1.50 one.
Okay. I got you.
So that, you see, and I think that, to me, that's where you get to taste the meat the most, because it's not like it doesn't have a bunch of junk on it.
But see, I would argue, because now we're gonna get into we're gonna get into an interesting argument here. Because I don't think it's the same meat. Because
the chicken sandwiches are different.
If we go pricing, let's say we remove, put it this way, if we're putting the double Whopper, I don't see, and then with McDonald's, I don't know which one we're actually taking. Are we taking the double quarter pounder? That's a far superior sandwich to me than the Big Mac.
Yeah.
The Big Mac is the Mac sauce. That's what makes it. You know what I mean? You don't need the extra piece of bread in the fucking middle. If they took the extra piece of bread out of the middle of the Big Mac would be 1.5 times better than it is.
What? No, but you gotta remember, it's also they got little behind patties.
I understand that, but
so that extra piece of bread just gives
is to give it the price point. So whichever one, let's say I'm taking the double quarter pounder. So let's take the double quarter pounder versus Dave's triple versus the double Whopper.
Yeah, you see, I was never in the double game, but you go ahead.
Oh, I mean, who wants one patty of a thing? You know what I mean? Listen, I didn't get big fucking around here.
Well,
right?
not this.
I get to business, okay? I get to the fucking business. You got 2 basic cheeseburgers.
Now I see the difference.
I go 2 for $5 on Whoppers. So, double Whopper, double quarter pounder, or the Dave's triple. Okay, or let's do the Dave's double to make it somewhat even. Even though it doesn't make it even, because really the double Whopper, the surface area of the double Whopper, you could land a fucking rocket on it. It's so goddamn large. You know what I mean? So it has to really be competing with the Dave's triple. To me, the Dave's triple is the best out of all. It's the best meat, the juiciest. I have fun eating it. It's like it's sex to me. You know what I mean? The double Whopper is work. The double quarter pounder has but see, this is the problem with McDonald's in general, I think. You tell me if I'm wrong. McDonald's is the least consistent out of all of them. Because sometimes I go in there and get a double Whopper that feels like I'm eating, it just feels like labor. I'm eating something laborious.
A double Whopper or double quarter?
A double quarter pounder, I'm sorry. It's like laborious, like where it's dry, it doesn't taste good. For some reason, there's mustard on it this time. I don't know how they decide when they want to put mustard on sandwiches and when they don't.
Yeah.
And it's the least consistent, whereas Wendy's burgers are always consistent to me. Okay, but now let's go down a level and say, let's talk about the double cheeseburger, right? The double cheeseburger from the dollar menu. Let's hit the dollar menus. McDonald's double cheeseburger on the dollar menu, their bacon double cheeseburger, is actually better than I think the other dollar menu burgers. I actually think it tastes better.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I don't think that's the same meat that goes into the double Whopper. It's not the same. It's different. It's different. It don't taste the same to me.
Yeah.
And I've done extensive research on this.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
But you know, and that's the thing. Like, you know where you could tell the difference. So I feel like the meat, you kind of got to be like, all right, you're not sure, but they do that with the chicken, right? Because if you get the Burger King, that long patty one, that's like a chicken nugget chicken.
Correct.
And then if you could get like their chicken sandwich, it's actually like almost like a chicken breast. You know, like you see like the, you know, like the layers, like when you take a bite into it, it's like.
But see, that's good now. When that sandwich first hit, bro, the first time I ate that sandwich, I almost fucking vomited because, you know, when you're eating a chicken breast, how there's like pockets of moisture in it somewhere in some places. Every single bite had one of those pockets, and it was fucking disgusting. Like, I was like, what is this shit? Like, this is not real fucking chicken.
Well, you know, that's what they did. I feel like that's what they did with that quarter pounder at McDonald's, because they changed the meat. I was like, why is this meat so wet? It was just wet. You know, and I'm just like, it just threw me off, man. Yeah.
But McDonald's does have the superior breakfast. So I'm going to give
them the
nod. Although, and it's a shame because Taco Bell they don't fully.
I knew you were going to mention this. I never tried Taco Bell's
Bell's breakfast is wild. That shit is hitting. Also, it has one of the best fast food coffees that you're going to get is in Taco Bell.
Wow.
Yeah, one of the best fast food coffees.
Hold up. Let me tell you something else. Let me see. Burger King. Here's where I give it to Burger King.
Okay.
Right. If you're gonna go, because Burger King comes out with like crazy stuff. McDonald's don't really do that, and Wendy's don't really do that.
They're not innovating.
They're not innovating. They're coming out with, they got like A1 steak burgers. They got mozzarella sticks. They got these like cheddar tater tots that are
banging.
So, mac and cheese bites. They got so much extra. Their menagerie game is out the roof. Out the roof on the menagerie game. Them pies.
The
pies. We even talk about the pies, bro. That
don't even talk about them pies. Yeah.
You know, and I don't get it like often because I'm already sinning big time.
Correct.
So like to me to throw a pie on there is just.
See, we do the opposite. I say I'm sinning. I'm already committing adultery. Let me add the murder. You know.
Right.
Let me catch a body here.
No, because you know what it is. I'm like, all right. I don't want to get. And I say this with, you know, now that I'm trying to eat better, right?
Yeah.
But you know, if you were to, like I would always add an extra menagerie, but it would be like an extra cheeseburger. So then I just wouldn't put a pie on that. And here's the thing. Yeah, and the thing is like what I think a lot of reason, you know, and I think you could relate to this, is when a lot of the eating you do is in the car. You know what I mean? Because you're bored. You're like, oh.
I don't do eating in the car.
But you never really did that. You used to like sit down. See, me, I used to like, I eat food like in 2 seconds, and you know, I did a lot of eating in the car just because I felt like I was bored, you know, whatever. That their apple pie, you need to put a fork. Like that's why I like fast food.
Correct.
Because I can eat it with my hands.
Correct.
Once I need 2 hands, that's, you know.
It's out of the. It's like you can't.
It takes my patience. You know, I'll never order like anything that I wouldn't get Chinese food and try to eat that in the car. That's an accident waiting to happen.
Oh my God, yeah. We didn't even talk about their milkshakes, because I think when we talk about milkshakes, everybody goes straight to Chick-fil-A's milkshake, which is excellent. Chick-fil-A's milkshake is great.
Oh yeah.
But it's not fucking with the Oreo milkshake at Burger King. I'm gonna keep it real. Oreo milkshake at Burger King, bro. That thing, when that first dropped, that shit had the streets on fire. That was like when Blueprint first dropped, you know?
Whose machines are less broken?
McDonald's? I've never had a problem at Burger King. McDonald's, I'm just convinced they don't sell milkshakes anymore. Man, they've been lying to people all this time to keep them coming back. I've never had a problem at Burger King or Chick-fil-A. You know what I mean? But here's the problem with Burger King's innovation.
No one ever has a problem at Chick-fil-A.
Never. Here's the problem with Burger King's innovation. Is I don't know like I'll have a banger sandwich 4 or 5 months ago, and it was 9 or 10 innovations ago.
Yeah.
And now I don't know what that sandwich was, and when it comes back, I don't recognize it because I've seen so many renditions now. Yeah. Whereas like Burger King did, I mean McDonald's did the Angus. When they were doing the Angus, we know the Angus because they don't innovate much. You know what I mean? But once in a blue, they come with a banger, and you never forget it. You know what I mean? And that's my problem with the Burger King innovation. It's too much innovating sometimes, and it's like you're not letting me build a loyalty to what you've innovated upon. So but you're right about the menageries. Yeah.
You're a mozzarella stick guy.
I like a good mozzarella stick. Yeah, I enjoy a mozzarella stick. Sure.
Okay.
I don't beef with mozzarella sticks. You know what I mean? Okay. I don't go out of my way for a mozzarella stick. I'll say that.
Yeah, me neither.
You know what I mean? But I love mozzarella. You know what I mean? Which Italian people always get pissed off when you say mozzarella. You know what I mean? They can never allow you. Yeah, no, you mean mozzarella. It's like, no, I mean mozzarella because that's how I fucking say it. You mean when you say rice, I don't correct you and say arroz. Who the fuck would say something like that? You know what I mean? So I have rice and beans, bro. No, you had arroz con habichuela. You know what I mean?
What? So ready. Yo. Won't catch me slipping if I'm actually thinking you're acting different. Manic, spitting sounds of manic depressant. Going through